Hey guys, it's RX here and welcome back to my channel. Today's a very special video as this Switch review marks our 100 Switch review. And yes, we already did 100 Switch reviews on our Vega, and I wanted to thank you guys personally for the support for all these years. So Vega Guy is back at it again with another Switch review, and today let's all take a look and listen at the EMT V2 Linear Switch. A quick disclaimer before the video starts that the switches was sent by Vala Supply for review, but I wasn't paid to make the video. And of course, I give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the Switch. If you plan to purchase the switches, I'll go ahead and put my affiliate link down below, and you may also check out Vala Supply's link on my description down below. Let's take a look at the switches. The switches are or were inspired by the anime RE or ReZero, and you can already guess it by the colors. It's based off Emilia. The switches were manufactured by Moyu Studios, featuring a dust-proof stem and a LED diffusers. Now the switches are sold in packs of 10, coming in at $6.40. Let's break down the materials of the Switch. We have a nylon top and a nylon bottom housing, a palm stem. For the spring, it's a double spring coming in at 58 gram bottom out with a 3.7mm travel, and of course that LED diffuser, in which they call it a light guide column structure. The switches will also come in with a light pre-factory lube. Now, in today's video, we'll not be doing a stock versus lube comparison, as I want you guys to be the judge and hear how it performs out of the box. But of course, we'll also be doing some sound comparisons with other linear switch. And speaking of the sound, please do keep in mind that the sound and experience will always vary depending on your keyboard build and depending on your keyboard. For the Soundtest, of course, we'll be using a Vega 65, and I'll put my configurations for the board down below. If you want to hear my thoughts and opinion about the Switch, please do stick around at the end of the Soundtest, or feel free to check the timestamps. So with all of that out of the way, please do enjoy the Soundtest on the EMT V2 switches. And that was a sound test for the EMT V2. Please do let me know on what you think about the switches on my comment section down below, and let's have some quick discussions. I always like answering your questions, and if you also made it up to this point of the video, I'd like to say thank you for staying. And now let's talk about my thoughts and opinion about the Switch. Now let's talk about my thoughts on the feel. Now, this is my second time using a Switch that was manufactured by Moyu Studios, and I didn't really like the stock experience on their Hera Switches. So I kinda had some medium expectations when I got these, but man, it surprised me how smooth it is out of the box. On average, the switches are fairly lightly lubed, and somehow the pre-factory lube on my batches was really consistent. Now, I've heard some weren't that consistent enough, but it didn't feel any leaf crunch and that raw plastic feeling when I was typing on it. I also didn't find it harsh, and I can say 100% that you can use them on stock or out of the box. Now, it's still up to you if you wish to relube them, but I would say that if ever, just lube them lightly. So I can really feel how well balanced they are at the topping and bottoming out, and at times it actually didn't feel like a full nylon switch, as it does somehow feel a little bit thin on the side for being a nylon switch. And speaking of the bottom out, by the way, it didn't feel harsh as well. Now moving on to my thoughts on the sound. I actually expected it to be a bit muted or having that deep sounding tone to it, as it's almost a full nylon switch. But instead, it has that firm and sharp linear tone to it and just sits in between of a sounding full and thin. Now, I type a bit fast on the Soundtest, so it might sound a bit harsh, but in real life, when you are typing at the normal pace, it balances out the sound. And same with the feel, stock-wise, they sound really good out of the box. Like, I didn't hear any lisping, scratches, or the crunches on the leaf. And again, that's for me and my preference, that's really impressive to see, and I can say it's fair at its price point. Now, I would say due to its high-pitched sounding profile, I can say it's still balanced, and it's really up there on my alley in terms of a stock sounding linear. As I've said, some of you may find it a bit harsh or sharp, and if ever that's the case, I think that's the time that I would suggest to go ahead and lube them to try and make them sound a bit more subtle. Overall, these are a really pretty good sounding switch, and not to mention how nice they feel out of the box or at stock. Even if you relube them light, it would still maintain the switch character. I'm still impressed because I don't really like box type stem switches, but these are an exception because for me, box type stem has this distinct sound or distinct feel that you can really tell right away that that's a box type stem. But again, I can really see myself using them on a daily on my Vega 65, which I rarely do on my Switch reviews, and I also want to see how well they perform once broken in. But yeah, for the price that you are paying for, you are definitely getting your money's worth. Although I didn't really like the LED diffuser, and I bet they could have lowered the pricing a bit more, but hey, I'm not really that complaining. Since these are available in packs of 10, if ever the shipping isn't too expensive for you, I do suggest to get 30 pieces first for your alphas and modifiers, just to try them out before committing buying one for a full build. And if ever, you may use my affiliate link down below. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the review on the EMT V2 switches, and I hope you find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to like the video, as it helps out my channel grow. And wow, this marks our 100 switch review, and I wanted to thank you guys again for the support on my channel. I promise I'll kind of do a giveaway soon. I'm already in talks with my sponsors and other vendors for a possible giveaway. So what's next? Well, we have more switches to review from Vala Supply and a full review on the Zoom 98 coming soon. So please stay tuned for that. Again, please don't forget to like the video, share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys on the next Soundtest. Peace.